Okay, you're looking at Google's new Nexus 7 tablet, and they are trying to take on Apple and Amazon, and we'll tell you all about that right here, right now on the News Hub. Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Simon Constable. Let's go to John Letzing, tech reporter out in San Francisco, has been covering this event. John, Google kicked off its three-day event, the I/O conference. We sort of previewed that on Digits. I understand you were there or covering it. Tell us about this new tablet. Why are they trying to take on the likes of Amazon and Apple?
Well, it's all about influence and territory, and you want to control as much of that as you can, whether that's through software or hardware like a tablet.
So what do we know about this? We know its price is very low. It's $200.
Yeah, I mean, the price is low. It's also actually the same price as Amazon's tablet, the Kindle Fire, so it appears to be directed maybe more at that than it is at, for example, Apple's iPad, which is, even the cheapest version is significantly more expensive.
Now, one thing we know about Amazon's Kindle Fire is that's a device that can be cheap and can lose money because it's designed to influence you to buy things on Amazon, so they make some money off that. And Apple's iPad sort of works the other way. It's a lot of money, but they have a great ecosystem of apps. How's this fit in on that scale of things?
Well, it fits in perfectly. I mean, Google's been subsidizing things that fund its online advertising business for years. Android software is just one example of that. It wants to spread as much of its influence and control out over the internet as possible, and thereby have as much influence and control over the online advertising that it sees.
So now we know that the tablet market is littered with sort of failures. A lot of devices launched and then cut down in price, and most of them were black in color, and then they're just consigned to become sort of beer mats or whatever. How do you think this will fare? What's the initial consensus on this?
Well, people really don't know. It's difficult to tell just because, or at least in part because Amazon's $199 effort with the Kindle Fire is a little bit mysterious, because Amazon does not break out individual Kindle Fire sales figures from overall Kindle figures, which includes the e-paper versions as well. So it's a little bit unclear whether selling at this price point in rivalry with Apple is necessarily a good thing or not.
Now, very quickly, is Google manufacturing this, or is it being manufactured under a Google name? And if so, that's very different from the phone strategy, which was to provide the software and let other people do the phone manufacturing.
Well, I guess there are shades of gray there in terms of what you're doing and what you're not. They are doing this in partnership with Asus Tech, which is interesting to note, I guess, in regards to the fact that Google just recently purchased the maker of a tablet in Motorola and is not using a tablet made by Motorola. Whether or not this is a deal that came together before Google closed that acquisition, or if this is some sort of gesture to other Android hardware partners that they're still open for business with them too, that's a little unclear.
Okay, well, we will find out, and apparently that goes on sale, that Nexus 7 goes on sale mid-July here in the US.